Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the third episode of the Self-Isolation Save. It's Football Manager 2020 with Celtic. I mean, I don't know where the save's quite going to go yet, if we're going to stay at Celtic throughout the whole thing, if we just stay till 10 in a row, then we move club. I don't know where it's going to go, I don't even know if we'll make it past 10 episodes. I'm joking, we're going to actually probably go for them because there's nothing to do, as we all know. If you've not seen the first two episodes, make sure go check them out, get caught up, and you will understand why we are here with what is the most perfect and glorious green start to the season you will ever see. Obviously, in the last episode, we left off with the 4-2 away win to Maribor, which seen us put ourselves in a healthy position to continue on to the next round of the Champions League qualifiers. We then went on to beat St Mirren 4-0 in the league, where Ryan Christie, Greg Taylor, Griffiths and Eduardo chipped in with the goals, and what a performance which was once again very good for the 3-5-2, scoring goals from full-back positions. Once again, Greg Taylor, this time ball and goalie, did pick up a knock in that game, but he is fine, just to confirm. We then continued on with scoring 4 goals as we scored 3 games in a row, and this time dispatching of Maribor with ease at Celtic Park. A 4-0 win, Forrest, McGregor and Edouard getting 2. We didn't go for the 3-5-2 in that game, we went back to the 4-2-3-1, which we will revert to in Europe more than often, I suppose. Edouard getting 2 in there, which was nice to see. Maritz Power seems to play quite well in these games. I think you'll find in the European games he's getting quite a high rating in the games that I've went through off camera. And then finally we left off in the Cup there. We played in the Betfred Cup second round, where the team I played was relatively strong. I didn't want to change it too much, but we did give the likes of Jake Cooper a game, who played quite well in fact. Obviously we brought him in. We'll come on to transfers in a moment. 4 goals, so Edouard, Frimpong, Julian and Griffiths scoring. Conceding was poor, but you know what, we're not going to overthink it. And now today we're going to find out whether or not we'll be going to the Champions or Europa League group stage. We've got 3 games in today's episode. We'll try and go through as quickly as possible as we take on Helsinki, I believe. Yep, Helsinki. Don't even want to bother pronouncing that. Jalkapalakulubi. Don't know. Have no clue. My apologies to anybody Finnish who's watching the channel. Don't know why there would be any Finnish people watching. But if there is, hats off to you. We play them today, and then we've got Livingston sandwiched in between away in the league. The Tony Macaroni, obviously we know, not an easy place to go. So, it's going to be a difficult episode. Now, in the last episode I was talking about signings. There was someone who we were going to go and sign. I said I'd sign whoever was the top player in the comments section of the last episode, and that was Rasmus Falk, who's obviously a very decent player in FM, and he went to Bournemouth for only £5 million. We were battling it out, in fact, the two of us submitted bids, but he chose Bournemouth in the end. He chose a Premier League move, and he's already made 2 appearances in the Premier League, getting himself 1 assist. He'll be decent for them. His value's jumped up to 13 million since that move. £5 million, we missed out on a good player there, so we couldn't sign him. So what I've decided to do, I tried to loan out the one and only Gabriel Martinelli from Arsenal, a player who is very, very good and very young. I was going to try and loan him out to be a little bit of depth in the team over on the left and up front this season, but they weren't having it. They weren't willing to loan him out. So what I've decided to do is this money, I'm going to be smart with it. The 6 million I'm going to keep there until January, just in case the situation arises where, you know, we need to try and get something to bolster our threats in the title race in case Rangers are close with us. They shouldn't be, but they might be. We've also loaned out a few more players as well. Vacu and Isafbayo going out to Paderborn, and Ismaila Soro are heading out to Vallecano in the Spanish second division, so hopefully they get some football. And in the draw for the Betfred Cup quarterfinals, we have drawn Motherwell, which means the quarterfinals of the competition sees Rangers take on St Johnstone, Kilmarnock take on Hibs, Morton, who have made it the furthest out of any other league, take on Hearts, and Motherwell taking on, of course, me, Celtic at Fir Park. So not the easiest of cup ties. It could have been easier than that. The £6 million though will be kept until January just in case. But let's stop wasting time. Let's get to the first of the Champions League qualifiers in the playoff round. This is it. It's the final round. It determines whether or not we will be playing in that Europa or Champions League stage this season. We'll get to you when the game is starting. I've decided to go for the lot more pragmatic 4-2-3-1 in this game. You can see the lineup over here. Elyounoussi and Forrest both getting the start today. We've got the likes of Cham playing in over Christie. I've got McGregor playing in the cam. Look, it's got to be a lot more pragmatic, I think, when it comes to these games away from home in Europe. Right now, we've not created much, though. 25 minutes in. Time is flying by. We've not done much. But here comes the first highlight. We want to be in the Champions League group stage, ultimately. Disappointing in real life not to make it. Let's correct that mistake here. Frimpong moving forward. It's an inch wide from Jeremy Frimpong. The goals from full-back position has been unbelievable so far to this point in the season. If you've watched the first two episodes, you'll know exactly what I mean. Bolingoli's been like our top scorer, just about. Frimpong's been chipping in, Bauer's been chipping in, El Ahmed's been chipping in. Look, the goals from the full-back areas have been unbelievable. I don't know how tactically I've managed to get that to be so good. Half-time, not too much to shout about in the first half. My apologies for it being a boring affair. I'm sure Helsinki will be tightened up to the max, making sure that they don't have to go to Parkhead being, you know, the likes of 4-0 down. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased from what I've seen, because we only seen one highlight there, so I'm very far from pleased from what I've seen. If you want to have a look at the tactic that's there, that's what we're playing today. Eventually, I think I might have to bring on a little change, and I think it might be Ryan Christie of all players, who'll be coming on out of all the players on the bench to come on and make that change. Frimpong charging forward on that right hand side, a ball over, it's a bit off. McGregor scores. I was just talking about bringing him off for Christie, and he scored from outside the box with an absolute scorcher. I mean, that's a fantastic strike. He took it first time, just about. Frimpong, who, as I said, was charging forward that right-hand side. The cross didn't look too good, and Cham brought it down, gave it to El Yunusi, and then the first time shot from McGregor off the El Yunusi layoff. Fantastic finish from Kalbach, and maybe I was just a little bit too quick to say maybe he comes off for Christie. Ball line over, saved by Riguero, I believe his name is pronounced there. They're 1-0 down, so that's going to maybe give them a bit up the backside. But look at the stats, look, we've kept them out of this game completely. They've had one shot off target. Not too much to worry about. James Forrest holding the ball over at the right, got a yellow card. Brown in the middle of the park, sends it back the way. Fraser Foster to restart the play. Decent ball to McGregor, that was good distribution. Not too used to seeing that at Celtic. Bolingoli opening all sorts of space in that left-hand side. Will he get a ball in? He gives it to Jam on the outside. Jam shoots. Blocked. Now we're just kind of bouncing it around the middle of the park, and it's right back to the centre halves again. Out left. Bolingoli in space again. This time a better delivery. Nope, gives it to Jam. He delivers. McGregor brings it down. And Cham! Another rocket of a goal! Oh my god, great finish there from Olivier Cham. We're up 2-0, and surely we can take that result over to Parkhead and see us through to the Champions League group stage. Don't want to speak too soon, but that is a fantastic strike from the Frenchman. I mean, we're not getting many goals from our strikers this season. It seems to be everywhere else. Look at that first time as well. God knows what Damien Duff's been showing him in training, but they're pinging him into the back of the net. Fantastic from Olivier and Cham. That puts us up 2-0, a very comfortable position. And the two players I was considering subbing off for Ryan Christie have made the difference in the second half. They've scored the goals. Frimpong, he's opening all sorts of space. Will he have a go? He does, and it's off the side net. I'm telling you, Damien Duff has been feeding them some good shit back in training. They're pinging off some great shots in this game, and I think we're quite unlucky to only be 2-0 up. That's a terrible, terrible bit of clearance from the goalkeeper. It wasn't even a clearance, it was a goal kick. Now they're just playing it around the back quite dangerously. Look, press them and you get that ball. Bolingoli into it, son. Into these. That's poor. That's weak from Bolingoli. They're going to get a goal. They have. That's Bolingoli's fault. That was very weak defence. I mean, the whole defence was. Oh wait. VAR, never knew it was in this stage of the competition. It's chopped the goal off. Oh, we've been let away with murder there, boys. We've been let away with murder. It should be 2-1. We have been let away big time there. It didn't look that much offside either. So we're quite lucky, you could say. Bolingoli and Edwards just goes wide of the post. I think Edwards going to come off. He's not been performed. He's not done too much. So we'll bring on Griffiths, who's probably better in that role of a pressing forward, in all honesty. And the yellow card situation, yeah, we'll bring on Jake Cooper. You know, centre half substitutions aren't something that I usually do, but I would like Ayer to be fit and available for the home leg. So I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to bring Jake Cooper on. Frimpong gives it to Forrest. Forrest brought down the box. It's going to go to the VAR. We're getting a call here. What's he going to do? VAR. It's a penalty. This is what happens in FM. I don't know why they try and fool you into not being a penalty. It's going to be a penalty. The referee's reviewing the incident, taking his time, running back in the park. Cup of tea's been made and drank in this time, and it's helped confirm a decision. It is a penalty. We've took off Eduardo, so who will... Wait, what's happening? Is that a penalty? That is, I thought he was going to get a yellow for diving and sent off there. Griffiths to step up just on the park not long ago, and for Edward scores the penalty, and just like that, we should be through to the Champions League group stage. I mean, how can Helsinki overturn this at Celtic Park? I would be stunned if they could. 3-0 up. I mean, now we just need to see out this game. You know, we don't need more goals, but another one would be nice. I'm not going to complain if we score another. I'm not going to be picky. But we're into stoppage time. It looks as though it's just about over. It is over. Yep, full time. 3-0 Celtic. Well, I mean, look at the stats of that game. We are dominating these teams in this stage of the competition. When in real life, Celtic seem to struggle. I don't know how. If we're doing so well if we struggle in real life, but maybe, as someone said in the comments of the last video, I'm just a specky Neil Lennon. Maybe I am a genius. Ajax up 5-0. They're pretty much through to the next round as well, into the group stages. Some interesting ties down here, though. I mean, obviously Ajax is a surefire favourite to put out Prague, but down here, not too bad. I mean, Rosenborg, Ludogorets, PSV and Porto. Some decent games, Kiev and Bruges. Not bad, but that's us. And we'll send Kennedy to the press conference, hopefully over the turn of, by the way, mentoring, there's nothing been done yet. I need to probably set that up in like the next episode. There's how the training's going so far, the training ratings. Christopher Ayer seems to be the hardest worker right now. His mentality's at the max. Daniel Arzani, not too great. El Yunusi as well, he's down there. This is the bottom end of it all, but the top end. Got some players working really hard up here, the top kind of 6 players. But in this terms of scouting, hopefully over the next couple of episodes we'll have a bigger dive into setting up a scouting system and get some players, because like the likes of Nemanja Matic we're not going to sign. Let's be really honest about it. £120,000 a week is not in our affordability. But aye, that's good. We'll go to the Livingston game now, and hopefully we get a win over at the Tony Macaroni. I just realised for the Rangers fans and such who might be, and other fans as well who might be watching along with this season, if you are, I really do appreciate it. You would probably wondering what in the terms of transfers Rangers have done alongside me as well. I mean, I don't think there has been much. They've brought in someone called Amuro Balde. They've brought him in, Lewis McKinnon from Linfield. I'm looking for players who haven't actually sent Jack Colback on loan from Newcastle. That's one that's not been done in real life. So there's one, and on the way out, they've loaned out Stuart Arfield. I just seen that a moment ago. Stuart Arfield, what am I talking about? Scott Arfield, he's been loaned out to Sheffield United. So obviously that's something that's not happened in real life. Everything else, I think, is just lined up with what's happened. There wasn't too much that actually happened in terms of the league, the transfer window in the league. I think if you look at the net spend and stuff, it's all pretty much just what's happened in real life. Here is the major transfers over there. As I said, not too much, even around the world, not much has happened because teams are up to date to the January transfer window, so managers are more reluctant to bring players in because they've got squads that are full, they've got squads with quality, so it'll be more in January we'll see stuff happen. So if you're a Hibs fan or whatever watching, there'll probably nothing happened. Maybe a loan or two on the way in or the way out. But aye, today's game we're going to have to bring Jeremy Frimpong off because he is feeling it a little bit. So we're going to bring out Abdelhamid on. Apart from that, we're going to go back to the 3-5-2. Jake Cooper is going to come in to the starting lineup today. El Yunusi drops out for his poor training rating. I'm going to put him in the reserves, give him a kick up the backside. Greg Taylor is also going to come on today, and that should about do it. Actually, I don't know, Ballingall's been playing really well. Can't really drop him, can I? Now we'll play Ballingall. Edouard and Griffiths starts up top, but we've got Kamara who will come on later in the game to try and give him a run out in some league football. We've seen him score a couple in the Champions League qualifiers, but let's hope he can do it against the likes of Livingston. We're taking the 3-5-2 to the Tony Macaroni. Let's see, our team talk will say we'll just be cautious because this is a hard game. We should be winning this match. It's worked. That's done well. There's only a couple of players who have not listened to me. The two of them being the strikers, which is great. But aye, here we go. Livingston against Celtic at the Tony Macaroni. Obviously, in real life, this first fixture happened to be a Livingston 2-0 win. Hopefully, won't happen here. But they do have the first highlight of the game by the looks of things, which is always fun. Pittman sends it in. Lyndon Dykes, Lawless. Okay, maybe okay, right. Down 1-0. Lawless inside 4 minutes makes it 1-0 to Libby. Ideal. Just what you want to see. That is hopefully not an indication of how the rest of the game. Don't tell me they're going to score 2. They're up 2-0 inside 10 minutes. What is happening here? 2-0 in 10 minutes. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Right, we're going to just keep it calm, right? And then we might need to switch it up. I want to keep the 2 up front though, that's the thing. This is difficult, right? Okay, we can't keep it on for too long if they're going to be battering us. They've had 2 shots on target and 2 of them went in. Is it just a fluke? Will we get ourselves back into the game here? Abdelhamid is out wide with the ball. Terrible attempt of a bloody delivery, and Edouard's been forced to chase it right back to the middle of the park, out of position. Ball and Golly over on that left hand side. Gives it to McGregor. Right, we need to do Celtic. No, that's the wrong way. He's out wide, man. Bolingoli was out there open. Cooper gives it to Brown. Edouard. Here's sees Abdel Ahmed out wide. He's going to shoot instead of crossing it. That's a shot. That is literally a shot. That was a shot. He never tried to cross that. Why would you shoot in that situation, in that position on the park? Why would you do it? There's no thinking process behind that, Hatton, mate. None. As I first said there. We need to change it up, don't we? I think we do. We'll give it till half time because I don't want to make any subs in the first half because players generally get pissed off at that in this game. Unlike FIFA where you could just, bring somebody on, play them for 5 minutes and take them back off and nothing will go noticed. Ryan Christie slips out wide, Bolingoli. Christie, McGregor, oh, he's shot from outside the box again and it's rolled into the back of the net somehow. 25 yards out, Callum McGregor. I don't know how that's managed to get past the Livy keeper. I don't know what he's called, I forgot. Oh, it's McCrory on loan from Rangers. I don't know how that's went past him because it's, once again, it's a daisy cutter of a shot, innit? And he should be down and saving that, but I'm not going to complain. 2 games in a row, McGregor has scored from outside the area. We are dominating them. The tactic does seem to be working to an extent. We've just conceded their 2 only shots on target. It's very lifelike when you're playing Livingston, I'm telling you. Livingston 2, Celtic 1. Half-time team talk. Well, there's only one way to go through it. It's aggressive. Where's the passion? Do you even want to win the game, boys? Edouard doesn't say to me, listen, Edouard needs a bit up the backside. He's in danger of being dropped for a couple of games because he's not performing extremely well. I know he's a top scorer. I say that as if he's not scored double-digit goals already. But every time I play a game, he seems to disappear. And it's quite annoying. Lee Griffiths takes the ball, puts it out wide to Bolingoli. I was waiting for Bolingoli to make some form of run there. Can't wait. Fire right back at the start of the half. McGregor puts it just wide. Could have got a brace. We're sitting behind Rangers and Motherwell in the league just now. That is not ideal. You don't want to see that. Abdel Ahmed wins the ball back fantastically. Scott Brown picks it up. He's taking his time. He seems to be walking. He seems to be strolling through the park. McGregor, he sends it out wide to Abdel Ahmed again. Can we find our equaliser? Can he get a good cross this time? He can. It's Bolingoli. And it's just over the bar. Right, look at the domination, man. Look at the stats. 21 shots, 11 on target to their 4 shots, 2 on target. This is completely and utterly unfair. Christie, corner in, right into the hands of McCrory. What can you do about that? Like, that is just terrible. A terrible delivery. Ayer, he has it. He's hugging the touchline with it, and that's a horrible ball. Oh, we've gave it right to Livingston. They're going to try and send it up. Lyndon Dykes can't fight his way through Julienne. Who says Julienne's scared of Dykes, eh? Forster, do so. We've got it. Look out wide. Look at Bolingoli over on that other side of the park. Switch it, man. Send it up. Oh, that's a good ball for Edouard. That's a fin. Oh, he's offside. It's offside. Doesn't matter. I thought that was it. I thought it was 2-0 there. Nope. Chopped off. VAR's not non-existent, but the referee caught it. He caught Edouard offside. Lawless has the ball. Marvin Bartley in for Dykes. Ayer clears it right now. We need to strike in the counter. Look, we've got 2 good strikers, and we can't get the ball over Effie Ambrose's napper. You're joking. Right. Cooper takes it down. Brilliant. Right. Now we need to just take our time. Go forward. There we go. Bolingoli's on the ball. Right. Swings it over. Abdel Ahmed. First time shot. I'm telling you, the fullbacks can't stop scoring. Hatem Abdel Ahmed. What a finish from the big man at a right back position. That is fantastic. Look at this. Bolingoli moving forward with the ball. Fantastic delivery right to his foot. The first time volley. That's goal of the season from Hatem Abdel Ahmed there. Look, we deserve a win completely finished. And from 2-0 down, we've made it 2-all. Pittman, Forster has to tip it wide. That is dodgy, to say the least. Look, we were 2-0 down. I would walk away with a 2-all feeling decent enough considering we're down 2-0. But look at we can't. That does not reflect the score. We should be winning about 10-2 right now. Griffiths, Bolingoli sends it in again for Abdel Ahmed. Oh, I thought he got a brace there. Header just going over the bar. Right, we need to make a change, don't we? Look, both strikers have been equally as useless today. I'm going to bring on Patrick Klimala to play in behind Edouard though. I think that's the best route to go down. Everybody else has been playing decently, to be fair. McGregor's played well. I'm going to bring in Cham on, move McGregor forward and play him just in behind. And then for the final substitution, I'll wait. I'll bring Rogic on for the last 5 minutes if we need be. But McGregor's played decent. He's got a goal. There's no panic to bring him off the park or whatever. We just need to get a goal. Let's encourage them. Hopefully they take that well. I mean, Edouard's looking complacent today, boys. That's not. You need to make turn up in these games, man. This is where he can get his goal tally a lot higher. Because look at the shot count, man. 28 and 12. Men get out wide for Livy, they can move forward, they can score, we know that, they've shown it twice in this game that they can be lethal when they have the chances. Marvin Bartley to Robinson, put a bit of pressure on Big Bartley, man, he's the one that we need to watch. Lamy, oh, Abdi Lamy's gone off. I don't believe it. What's he done that for? He's had some game, and he's just let us down. Oh my goodness, God almighty. I don't know what to do now, this is a creative decision to say the least. Oh, Edouard's coming off. I don't want to do it, but Edouard is coming off, and Jeremy Frimpong will make his way onto the park. He was tired heading into this game, that's why he never started. And just like that, we're probably going to have to accept a 2-2 now because we're down to 10 men. It changes the whole point of the tactic, having the two up front. And, yep, it looks as though it's going to be full time. We drop points in the league, it's disappointing. We were all over them, look at the stats. But Livy, to be fair to them, took their chances early on in the game. And I don't even know why I was passionate to them there and said that was decent, because it wasn't, and now we need to go make up for it with a performance of the highest calibre in the Champions League qualifiers. I'm actually quite conscious that we're going to run out of time before I need to go and get ready for work and such, and also that it's going to be far too long an episode, so we're going to just kind of, I'm going to play the game and then come back to you and report on what happened in the game, because a lot will happen. But for this game, we're going to switch back over to the 4-2-3-1, and we will play a team of a high calibre, to say the least. Probably this exact team, bar we'll bring El Yunusi in, and we'll all start McGregor because he's been in form. Yeah, that exact team has got to deal with. We'll bring Greg Taylor in as well, so we've got nothing to lose. We're 4-0 up at the end of the day. That is the team that's going to play. So Forster, Frimpong, Ayer, Julian Taylor, Brown, McGregor, Forrest, Christie, Yunusi, Edward. Probably our strongest 11 in new life, you could say. That is going to be the team that starts, and I will report back to you. And then we've got the Champions League group stage draw to end off the episode. How exciting is that? I ended up making a couple of changes to the starting 11 heading into that game. I ended up playing Moritz Bauer, who performed exceptionally well, assists as well in the game for him. But we won 3-0. Edouard did miss a penalty in the game. We could have won 4. We could have won by well more. We were very dominant against them. But that gave us a 7-0 aggregate win. And Cham, Edouard and Forrest, who got the goals. I brought in Cham into the team as well. So do you know what? It was a fantastic performance. It was a fantastic win. It sends us through to the group stage of the competition, which now we can end the episode with the draw for after the game saves. It's Betrayed Men saved the game just as I was about to end the episode on the draw. Look, it's been a decent enough episode. We get 2 big wins in the Champions League qualifiers. We did drop points in the league, yes, disappointing. We're going to try and go as many games without a loss as possible, and that probably wasn't the greatest of indications. But look, in the next episode we've got the derby, we've got the likes of Hibs. I think it's Rangers and Hibs to get the games to play in the next episode. If we quickly look, I'm sure that's the games. No, it's Rangers and Motherwell that we'll be playing in the next episode. So it'll be off camera, St Johnstone, Motherwell, then we'll come back, and at Celtic Park we have the chance to absolutely obliterate Rangers, which hopefully is what will be done. But it's time to end the episode off with the Champions League group stage draw. I mean, let's see. It doesn't matter who goes into the pots first. So we are in pot, if I believe, we're in pot 3, so that helps us. We're a 3rd seeded team. Hopefully we don't get the likes of Leipzig in pot 4 or Atalanta. That would be disastrous because they're the best teams in that pot. Probably better than us. Zenit will get Porto, that'd be a good group. Zenit and Porto, we could get through that, I believe. Liverpool and Atletico Madrid, I would like to stay back from that. Chelsea, Ajax, probably like to stay back from that. Barcelona, Tottenham, yep, don't want to touch that. PSG, Real Madrid, that's what I'll get. I know I will. PSG and Real Madrid, of course, that's the group I'm going to get. Man City, Shakhtar, not bad, I would take that. Bayern and Napoli, yeah, I'd like to avoid. And Juventus and Borussia Dortmund, there's not many groups that I'd like there. It is now, we are going to be one of the next teams out. Now, Group A or Group F is preferably what I want here from this. I want to avoid Group E by all... you know, every stretch of the imagination, just I want to avoid that group. I wouldn't mind Group C, but hopefully it's A. Come on, Group A. Salzburg got them right. So Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, well, it's Celtic. Of course it is, man. So we're going to be going to Anfield and we're going to be going to Madrid. Chelsea, Ajax, and Valencia, Barcelona, Tottenham, and Leverkusen. Inter join PSG, and that's a group. That is the group of death right there. PSG, Real Madrid, and Inter Milan, 3 of Europe's giants. Man City, Shakhtar, and Bruges. What an easy group. Imagine that was us. Bayern, Napoli, and Lyon. Juventus, Dortmund and Benfica, and joining us, Leipzig going to Group A, joining us Ludogorets. So we have a chance of going to the Europa League last 32, boys. We have a chance. Atalanta completes that group off there. The team from Hungary that I can't say. Group E, Genk are going to be getting pumped, sadly. Leo joined City, Shakhtar and Bruges. Moscow joined Bayern, Napoli and Lyon. And finally Galatasaray heads into Group H with Juventus, Dortmund and Benfica. If you've enjoyed the third episode of the Football Manager of Celtic, the Self-Isolation Save, make sure that like and subscribe. It would be all much very appreciated. See you for the next episode. See you for the next video as well, which I keep pushing back but will be done, which is rating every Celtic player season so far. Why they do that, I don't know. Enjoy and stay safe. See you all next time.